Hi YouTube, Lizzie here. I wanted to talk to you guys. I am a Christian. I know probably a lot of you don't like Christians or don't really care or aren't 100% sure what that means. And I wanted to talk to you about that today. I have found myself quite a lot struggling with my faith and with who I am. And I have loved God all my life. And the one time that I was pushed away from Him, I had to think a lot about why that made me who I was, the fact that I was hurt in that moment. At that moment, I couldn't even read my Bible. So I was afraid that because I couldn't stand to read my Bible, suddenly God wouldn't want me. And for you guys who aren't Christians or aren't even sure what that means, God is amazing. He created this whole world in 6 days, including us. And people actually lived in the time of dinosaurs. And we weren't grown from monkeys, and you can find science to prove me wrong. Or you could listen and hear what I have to say first. If God didn't really exist, then why are things so beautiful for us? I mean, like mountains and trees that look different than anything else you've seen before, or just flowers you see, or snow, or rain. Everything can be changed in an instant. Or it could just be taking time, and the instant you realize that you've changed, you noticed it was happening before. You just didn't realize it yet. I care about everyone. Whether you are a Christian, a Jew, a Messianic Jew, because apparently there's a little bit of a difference. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm finding out about Messianic Jews and Jews lately. It is an amazing thing to have hope in something. I met someone a long time ago who didn't actually believe in God. But not only did he not believe in God, he didn't believe that anything happened to us after we die. That when we die, we just die. And I could be wrong about Jesus, about what happens to us after we die. But if we live our life knowing at the end we're just over, there's nothing more for us, what do we work so hard to achieve? And And not only achieve, what are we gonna do whenever we're old and everything that we've achieved now seems like nothing, because the world that we live in has so many different electronics that the job that you did back then could be taken over now. So it would have just not mattered. For me, I believe that after we die, we go to a glorious, wonderful place. But that place isn't for everyone, and it's not just for Christians, unlike what some people think. Okay? God doesn't say only Christians will be in heaven. In fact, he says you will be surprised of who is there and who is not. But people who don't go to heaven, in what I personally think and what I believe, and like I said, I could be totally wrong about this. I believe that you go somewhere far worse than the life you've had. Or worse than you can imagine, which is hell. I couldn't imagine my life being different, even with the struggles I've been through. If people have seen my first video, then they know that I've been hurt. I didn't explain how I was hurt. And maybe if more than 3 people, and that includes myself, view this video, then maybe I could show, well, not show, but tell you guys how I've been hurt. And hope that any of you guys can relate to it. I mean, right now, I've been thinking a lot, what if this happened differently? I wouldn't be who I am. I would definitely not be standing, well, I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now. I would probably just be hiding. That's what I've done most of my life. I've hid. I wasn't the popular girl. And I definitely wasn't a nerd. I was barely passing classes. I started being homeschooled and I started getting straight A's. I don't know how that worked exactly, but it did. I was ordinary, but at the same time, I had no friends. No one who liked me for who I was. Except for my sisters, which now I don't really see anymore. I love my family. And you guys are my family. I mean, if you think about it, right? Even if we descended from monkeys and slowly turned into men, or women, whichever way you want to think about that, we still came from somewhere where all of us came from, so we can all relate. Or if you think of it like Christians and a lot of different people do, we came from two people. I care about everything that has gone on in my life and in your lives. the hard, the middle, the good. You hear people talking about enjoy the good times. I don't know if people understand what I mean by middle, because there's good or bad, right? Maybe some of you guys do. I don't know. But the difference between good and bad can be such a thin line you never even see it coming. Like having a wonderful day, enjoying the life you've led, everything about your life in that moment, and then the next being turned to doom and gloom. What would you remember out of that day? The doom or the gloom? Or the happy feelings? Or both? No, I'm interested. If you guys would... I am messing up, okay? Let me know which one you guys would remember. The doom or the gloom or the happy times. If you had a day like that. Or both. Normal, whenever I talk about normal or in the middle, I'm not really sure which phrase I said. I'm talking about when it is normal. There's no really happy moments like going to Disneyland. And there's no really gloom or doom moments like finding out you have cancer, or finding out you need surgery, or being in a car accident. Just days when you do something completely normal. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably like, I really don't care about any of this. But maybe you guys do. I'm not 100% sure who I am right now. I thought I knew who I was till recently. And now I'm figuring out that I have this whole new side to me. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching till the end, even though it was a bit of a weird message. I care about all of you. And if you would like for me to talk about something other than what I've been talking about today, let me know